on the Ile de Notre Dame, Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. This 4.36 kilometre circuit has 14 corners. The cars hit some very high top speeds, around 350 kilometres an hour on the straights, and it's the toughest track of the year on the brakes because of all the big stops. The track is relatively flat from an elevation point of view. The layout makes Montreal a great circuit for overtaking.
Hello and welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix in the BBU F1 race.
Division 1.
Division 1.
Division 1. You got the... So this is the Gilles Villeneuve circuit in Montreal. It's a very well-established circuit in Canada. In the F1 regulation season. And it is a favourite for many drivers both in our league, in both Division 1 and 2, and also in real life as well. I mean, Lewis Hamilton says this is a favourite track of his. Same for people like Max Verstappen. And a bunch of other younger drivers too. Mainly the guys who came through the go-karting world, because it is very similar to a go-kart track, just blown up bigger for Formula 1 cars.
Yeah.
Are we excited about today, Donkey? Do you think we're going to see some close racing?
On the Ile de Notre Dame, Montreal
F1.
for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Wow,
this 4.36 kilometre circuit has 14 corners.
So, and here we go. There was that. The audio. Lovely. That's interesting. But a wet quality here for F1.
Oh, is it really?
It's really, and it's wet.
I'm still not in the session just yet, so...
Friends. Here you go, and now you are.
Thank you. Have you posted the link?
I haven't. Can you please do that?
Can.
Now I have audio. I think going into the settings menu and out and changing nothing, and you suddenly fix it. What a great game. Well designed. We don't have any new drivers for Div 1, but we have two new for the Division 2 race later today.
Yeah, we do. Really excited. Okay. It is quite wet as well. It's quite wet out here on the track today. It's about time we've seen some water coming down in Division 1. Division 2 obviously had the wet qualifying in Baku. We also had the wet qualifying and race in Australia. And I think we had a half-wet race. Was it Monaco? There was a half-wet race somewhere else.
Yeah, but it wasn't that.
Yeah. So we don't know what the race will be wet yet. We'll find out when we get there, unless one of our drivers report into us.
Quizzy is said he might miss Wally. So, but he will be here to cast the later game, I've been told.
Okay. So that's good. What we need to watch out for on Canada is to make sure people aren't abusing the track limits. This is a concern of some of the drivers, but I think as long as you stay within reason, there shouldn't be any issue, and I don't think we'll see much of an issue today.
Don't think we will. So, nobody's put in a lap yet. People are just getting a feel for it. We have a few people out on their fast laps now. Chris.
Yeah, pretty much every car is on track except Crispy right now.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay. Let me get some details up. There we go.
And here we have
okay, 123.1 coming out of Quizzy.
And that's
that's likely as AI, right?
In the famous words of fucking Jeff, it's not great, but it isn't terrible.
Yeah, 122.8 from Buzz. It's really hard to see what kind of times you're going to see in the wet. A lot of these Division 1 guys will be putting in 109s in a dry race. Crispy infamously topping right now, I believe, in the time trials with 108.
He did.
Fantastic time.
He does, yeah.
But that doesn't always translate. Some drivers just perform better in the rain. And I guess we'll have to see who today is able to use that to their own advantage, I guess.
Yeah, Aaron sets the fastest time here. Hudson is the only actual player that has set a time yet, and he set a 1:22.8. Jesus then beats that quite handsomely with a 121.6.
Yeah, so Jesus, again, he's still got a lot to prove, I think.
Yeah. And here we see
We kind of talk about him being like this inconsistent driver with ability, but not
Yeah.
like
Maybe Wet
like
is
the ability
him.
to drive, but not the ability to finish.
Gaben sets 126.6 time.
Yeah, really slow from Gabon as well, but Gabon again
Let's
not
see.
infamously
Crusader
good at
sets the
being in the
second
wet.
fastest time here. 122.5. Still almost a second after his teammate, but still fastest enough to take this pole.
Indeed.
And I apologize. Today it's me with a pretty dry throat. And
It's not just you, but I am trying my best.
yeah, these double race weeks, man, kill you throat.
Yeah, with us, Mr. Week, of course, we have a double race week when we come back.
Yeah.
What is going on right now? Hence why we've got Canada today. And I am really, really excited for it because, man, do I love this track. I am definitely biased in regards to what I expect out of this track compared to some others.
I don't think there's anybody that actively dislikes Canada as well.
I think that's what makes it such a good track, though. Like,
Evoke beats that time, and then Yeezus comes in and is still number one here. Evoke now has the second fastest time. Is Evoke a real driver today? Do we know?
I think Evoke is a real driver today.
Okay, Gaben now shows, okay, might be a wet boy, but I'm still a
yeah.
fast boy.
It's hard to say because not all of the drivers join the voice chat, although we do recommend it.
We very
It's
strongly recommend it.
no obligation.
Not now.
Well, that was not the track Evoke, so yeah, that Evoke is definitely him because AI do not drive
Into
along the curbs like that.
So Dave here coming out hit on his outlap here. Probably looks as like, okay, I want to set an actual dot crap race today, please.
Dave got absolutely shafted physically, mentally last race. Talk about Dave being the unluckiest guy on the circuit.
Oh man.
And it's just kind of held true again going into this season.
Like I don't know much about.
So bad for him.
I don't know much about cars, right? But he is driving a French car. Just saying.
True. But nobody knows that until next season when they go back to the French flag colours because Alpine.
Yeah, true.
Okay, it's hard to say whether I'm watching Dave right now. It's hard to say whether he looks fast through these corners. Funnily enough, haven't done that much practice in the way on Canada.
Crispy says fastest sector 1. That is so far a good thing.
Yeah, like we said, Crispy does hold the highest dry time here at Canada. So seeing him like try barrel through and match that similar.
Fastest sector 2 here from him as well.
Okay, and he will now go full throttle down the casino straight. Even in these wet conditions, he's going to be at 190 up to 200 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, and he doesn't set the fastest time, but he does make it top 5. So he's now sitting on a 22.189.
Yeah, if I can set the one, it's a McLaren.
Yeah, it's Crusader.
It's just the McLaren of Crusader. He, this season to me, has just not been with it.
No.
I don't know if it's a focus issue or...
I think he set his viewport to TV spot off.
Yeah, that could even be the case and he's not realised.
Like I'm not,
something just isn't right.
Yeah. Okay, Crispy sets fastest sector 1 again. Interesting.
So it's just a sector 3 where he's falling out then.
Yeah.
Of course, the fast chicane into all the champions is an absolutely terrifying premise for most drivers on a good day. In the wet,
ooh boy,
you're literally driving face first at a wall.
See how close he's driving to and taking advantage of every part of the track. And you got this is the chicane. He goes, touches the curbs as you're allowed to. He didn't do anything bad there. And here, and he comes up and across the line and sets the time at 1:22.
So he goes 0.3 faster than Jesus.
Jesus
pretty
here.
big.
Jesus just started his lap as well. Let's see, can he beat that time, you think? Start so far.
I mean, Jesus done this in 1 attempt. Crispy took 2, so I mean, saying that Jesus has more to offer, I think is only fair.
But I don't think it's this lap though. He doesn't look fast.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he was a little bit shook as he started his lap as Crispy outdone him. And it's got into the mind game a little bit.
And it can also be, hey, okay, I need to burn some fuel and be lighter. Because there's an advantage to do 2 laps. Like, we just do better on the second lap often.
Especially on a wet compound where the tires are designed for duration.
Yeah.
In regards to tire compounds, they are designed specifically to stop working after a certain amount of laps, depending on what tire compound you're using. Obviously, that's why softs, mediums, hards last different amounts of time. However, with wet tires, that is not the case. They're specifically designed to last as long as they can.
Yeah. They don't degrade at the same where rubber just disappears.
Yes. So
and
putting in an extra lap is
we've had was there a bit of contact there?
There was a little bit of contact, even though David pulled over to try to stay out of the way, but
yeah,
it was an awkward place for him to pull over.
5 grid penalty for Jesus there.
And that will be for
contact.
For the contact with Dave, and like he did.
Dave is struggling. Dave's spinning all over.
Did Dave lose some of his front wing when Jesus hit him?
Oh no, but he lost it now.
Yeah, well, it's gone now.
It's gone. Man. Well, nice to see the Ferrari crew here standing ready. With the hair dryers and everything. Evoke coming around here in sector 2. Going down the straight. Lose it back in a bit, but it's looking fairly okay. Starting 5th on a wet thing, if you have a dry setup, that's not the worst you could do. You could do way worse. You know, it could be hot, so you could be down in 9th.
That's the question as well. Like, we don't know if these drivers are going around on dry setups. If it's a dry race, then they will be. Oh, I love the shot where they're coming around the hairpin.
Yeah.
And you see the just how hot those brakes are, almost on fire.
Yeah.
As they're going around the corner.
And Evoke here out of fuel.
Yeah, probably looking to come in now.
Yeah.
And that's every car in the pit. Shoku, that is absolutely 100% not how that works.
What?
If Dave is parked on the track and unable to move, or moving would put him in a worse position, then he would not be penalized if somebody crashing into the back of him. That's not how that works. I'm sorry.
It's like traffic rules. If you stand still, it's not your fault somebody hits you.
Yeah.
It may suck, but again, communication in the voice call being, hey, I'm parked on the left side, so you know you should go right. Oh, interesting option there. We see Mancho and Gaben coming out with inters.
Well, I was going to say, the track does look like it's lightened up a little bit. The rain isn't too bad, and with the cars going around, the racing line itself is going to have dried up a little bit. I suppose they've already got solid times in now, so there's no harm in trying to get out a faster time on the inters.
Because they are faster tires. You see Mancho hit the first one out and see how much he slides. He looks fairly certain, especially if you you can even see, I don't know how well it does on the stream, but here we can see the asphalt is just a different color because, well, it's not as wet because it's drier on the racing line.
you can just about notice that
Yeah.
on the stream. It is a bit more clear when you're actually in the session itself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but F1 is
But
hard to stream.
F1 is historically not a good game to stream, evidently, especially from a spectator perspective
Yeah.
more than from your own.
Yeah, I just had
Actually, from your own, it's not too bad, right? But when you're spectating, it's
yeah, I just had to crush Squishy streams of a good stream. He was like, "Oh, it's good with some cool, viewports and everything." It's like, no, it's not. I do what I can, man, but no.
and that is Mancho starting his flying lap now.
Interesting that he just overtook Gavin. Gavin is like, nah. I need to be out here alone when I do my time. So let's see Mancho. As he comes here in sector 1. Does the curb, nicely done.
Very clean through the first sector, especially considering we are on a bit of a wet track.
Ooh.
A little bit of back end kicking out there, but he does go fastest.
He does. He is pushing it. And, like, he doesn't have a bad position right now. Sitting at 6th.
No, every car's behind him as well.
Yeah.
Not just on track alone. Let's see how he does going through the slower chicane here in sector 2. Doesn't lose too much time, carries a lot of the speed through as he heads on down to this hairpin before moving on to the casino straight. He does go fastest in sector 2 as well. Very good racing line coming through the hairpin, allowing him to go full throttle down to the casino straight. We're probably going to see him hit 200 mile an hour coming down here. He's going to hug that wall to the left as soon as he can so that he can get a nice angle through this fast chicane into the wall of champions.
Hopefully
breaks
not,
down into fourth. Nice and comfortable across the chicane, and he's going to be fastest.
Yeah.
He's going to be fastest by quite a lot, Donkey. It's a 1:19.7 we see from Mancho in the Ferrari, the Division 2 driver who got promoted to Division 1 and said, okay, I'm here to race. Chrissy will not beat me today.
But Gaben just beats him, though.
Gaben turns up and says, yeah, but you're not quite fully Division 1. Me and Jesus are going to put you back in your place.
Speaking of Crusader...
Crusader crosses the line taking first as well. These drivers have not given us enough to talk about. Holy Jesus.
Boys, this
Mancho, despite a really good lap, down in fourth again.
Oh, man. That's still him gaining a position. And because of Jesus' penalty, this sets him to start in 5th. Wow, that... Mancho, I know we're on regular corner cutting, but no, man, you can't do that. Crispy sets the fastest time here. 1:19.08. Quite a bit faster than Crusader. But I also think the rain almost has stopped.
It's still coming down very lightly in certain parts of the track.
Yeah.
But this is people's last attempt. So the people who have gone out late, like Hodgson, who's on his outlap now, he's going to be the last on the track. He's going to have the driest track, and he's out on inters.
And the cleanest air.
Yeah, so I would favour Hodgson to go fastest here.
And I apologise.
I assume the Ferrari of Gaiman will get out of the way. It's not Gaiman, so no, he won't. But the Ferrari of Mancho may well get out of the way.
He did. He is slowing down. And yes.
Bit of an awkward position, but it's not too bad as we see Hodgson flying past him in their Haas.
Yeah.
Aaron goes faster again, putting him up to 6th with the 1:20.2.
What you say, I that started setting the fastest time is now down in 12th spot.
See, Hodgson is not getting any purple sectors. But I do not think he's going to finish starting 11th either. So,
no. But him starting middle of the pack, that's a good position for him. We know how he drives. He doesn't drive to start at pole 1. Now he's P12 though. Let's see as he comes up here. Good pace. Comes up to the chicane. Is so close to the wall as you can possibly be. Here it goes.
Very clean through the fast chicane.
Just about misses
maybe
the crest.
A little touch. And he goes with a 1:19.7. So he moves up into 6th place, pushing Mancho down once again by another place. Volk also put his lap time in at a 1:19.25. Crispy going fastest with a 1:18.6. as well this lap.
So this puts Jesus in place 10. And then... Ooh, and Dave puts in a new time and is now 8th.
And so again, he will also move up to 7th.
Yep.
Cars left on track. Gavin, who is out of fuel, and Mancho is coming into the pit. So that is us. This will be the starting grid lineup. As you see, the 4 cars wide coming down the casino straight, almost like they're doing a formation lap.
Like, yeah.
Crispy taking pole with the Haas. Evoke in 2nd place, repping for Racing Point.
Crash.
Crusader in 3rd. Gavin in 4th. Jesus in the 2nd McLaren is currently in 5th, but will move down into 10th, which moves Hodgson into 5th place. Mancho 6th. Davey Boy 7th. Aaron in 8th. Altrox in 9th. Jesus, as we said, in 10th. And then Baz and Quincy the bots rounding out 11 and 12.
Yeah. And we see Hudson coming into the pits now.
And that will be qualifying at Canada. It was quite eventful.
And I say, as Hudson, do not go into the pits.
Interesting. But quite eventful.
I hope that the race isn't wet because, well, these...
Shoku said that the race should be dry.
Okay, good. Nice.
I'm excited.
I am as well. I think this could be a very good, very, very, very good race.
Yeah. I hope we don't see too many incidents. It can happen around Canada. Like I said, it's very much a go-kart track that is designed for Formula 1 cars instead. And unfortunately, that means cars can get really close. And despite how good the track is and how quick some of the sectors are, it can be difficult to overtake.
It can.
Around Canada. And on top of which, it can be really hard to follow a car in front of you that's slower than you.
It can.
Because, again, of that overtaking thing. You may see people getting overtaken coming up to the hairpin, going into the casino straight. You may see people getting DRS on the casino straight.
We see here the perfect sun. Everything looks good. The only thing that obscures your vision here is Gaben's ugly flag. But besides that, I think it's a beautiful thing we're seeing right now. Fuck Sweden. But quite a lot of people. Quizzy seems to be joining.
Yeah, seems to be connected as well. So
he did say he probably would be here for the race, though, so that makes sense.
Oh, that's good.
He just messaged me beforehand, and thank the head up.
He is in the voice call, so
yeah.
As is Evoke now, by the way, who was putting in qualifying times anyway. So
yeah, I thought Aaron said he didn't. He couldn't race today, or was that Altrox?
I think it was Aaron. It was Aaron who said he couldn't race today, but he said that before and turned up anyway. He's also said he will turn up and not. He's a mystery.
So here, we ready?
And here come the red lights as we start in the Canada Grand Prix. It's a good start. Everybody's straight off the line. Nobody's moved up any positions yet.
But Crispy takes off. Oh, and a bit of touch there.
There's connection already.
Ooh, that's Crusader out.
Tried to squeeze up the inside of 10-1. And I don't think there was much room.
Oh, and he got wing damage there, yeah. Oh, and that's... Oh, more connect... Fuck me, somebody's getting pushed into the wall there. Altrox and Quizzy in a fight there.
Quizzy trying to push his way through the track and make up for these lost qualifying times he didn't get to set, I guess.
Yeah. Altrox gets him there, though, but Quizzy takes it back.
In sector 2. Just a little bit of bump and grind. Nobody looking too rough.
Oh, Quizzy
Evoke with wing damage as well on the front right.
Yeah.
Aaron just keeping right behind him. Maybe lost a bit of his wing as well. He has. Are we going to see anybody dive into the pits? There's no serious wing damage except maybe on Crusader.
Crusader and Evoke. Evoke doesn't look... And Altrox. No, Altrox is actually fine. How does
okay, so we do see Evoke go into the pits. And Crusader does also join them in the pits.
That's what they have to do.
Okay, so after the first lap, we see Crispy putting up a blistering lead of 1.5 seconds already, followed by Gaben in the Ferrari. Hodgson taking third place, Mancho moving up to fourth, Davy Boy in a solid fifth, and Jesus has already recovered a bunch of those positions with the double pit stops on the boys ahead, moving him up into sixth, and a good position to start from to score points this time round.
What do you think about Aaron being on the hard tires from the start?
I like the hard tire option.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea to be like.
Speed-wise, he's not going to be fantastic, but like I said, there's a good chance of seeing incidents around Canada just because of how fast the track is, but it has like fake overtake zones, and I think people will get caught out and maybe be too aggressive and being on the hard tire and not having to pit when you know it's going to be safety cars could be really beneficial. I just see Aaron sneak.
And Chrissy moves up here. Let's see.
Chrissy, of course, not on the hard compound, is on the soft compound. And Aaron, that is you're letting your boy go.
Ooh, Chrissy, what happened there, mate? Goes into the pits.
It looked like he had a bit of wing damage.
Yeah.
He was tussling with a lot of bots trying to go through this.
That is the minus wind damage in the world. I guess, yeah, okay, the side was broken, I see now.
Yeah, the front right was broken.
Yeah, but not a lot. Maximum of a yellow wing, but hey. Maybe if he felt it, hey, go in.
Gabin lost his place to Hodgson as well. There's a lot of action going on all over the track right now. It's really hard to kind of pinpoint.
Very much so.
As we see Chrissy coming out of the pits, does he get to hold his position to evoke?
Oh, contact there again.
There's contact again. Ooh, no damage though. And
Chrissy, you have to think about what you're doing, mate. You can't just do this.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just like a little bit of loss of control, because he definitely looked like he turned into him there.
Yeah, he did.
He needs to be more aware of his surroundings.
Yeah.
Because that is not okay.
Oh. It could be he was exiting the pit, and sometimes it's weird how it gives you control and stuff.
Yeah. Now I'm getting a little bit of deja vu, Donkey, but it's Haas on 1-2 and Ferrari on 3-4.
But Hudson is setting the lap times.
Does Gabin have damage? No, he doesn't. But he seems to be falling down the pack. He's lost out to Mancho now as well, and
man,
I'm surprised.
Yeah. I'll move down. Bass take the position because Aaron goes into the pits here. He did have a bit of wing damage, so that makes sense. Comes out on the medium tires. We're seeing a bunch of different strats here.
Yeah, mediums, hards, and softs.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of oversteer from
Gabin,
but he holds it. Okay, very clean kind of pass. Mancho doesn't contest it too much. Again, they are teammates. I'm sure they are very aware that they don't want to fight too much if they want to catch up to these two harsh drivers in front of them.
Okay, Crusader, you need to like show that you can do this. He should be able to go up to 9th because I think on just quality of driving, what we've seen earlier, he should be just better than Quizzy and Evoke.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe not Aaron because Aaron is just on softer tires right now, which is why I'm like disregarding him just being. But well, when you just hit the wall and DNFs, it doesn't matter, Aaron, how fast you are.
Unfortunate, and we see Aaron go into the wall again. Definite oversteer. What happens there is people try to catch that right-hander a bit too much, and your wheels aren't fully on the track. And then as you try to turn back to the left, still accelerating, your back end's just not going to go because it's not on the ground.
And Quizzy takes a very clean overtake there with the DRS. Very well.
Okay, and we see David Boy getting pushed on by Jesus now.
Evoke, you can't. He has DRS and you don't. But hey, he tries, and I respect that.
Now, these two had a collision in the last race. It was Jesus who, unfortunately, was the result of Dave going into that pit entry.
Yeah.
And now we're watching them fight it out again, but this time at Canada.
Yeah. Gets the DRS, moves up at the side. Goodbye, Dave. Very clean overtake. Jesus can now smell the bottom, Mancho.
For now, but I mean, Mancho's a while away, and Dave isn't just gonna let this one go cleanly.
No, he's not. And he has built up a lot of ERS. Where Jesus has quite a bit as well. Oh, block up Dave's wheels there.
Yeah, the rest of the field has kind of mellowed out a little bit. Gavin did take Mancho, so obviously redeemed whatever mistake he made as we watched it happen. The
Oh,
retake.
and here we see Evoke.
And
Evoke's wants to take Quizzy, but he does take him. Good.
does go around that slow corner in turn 1, but will he make it stick though?
Oh,
And for now, he
DRS.
does.
He uses DRS to just get around. That was smart use of DRS, just to make sure you got that fast in the round. And behind them we have Crusader that can just about see them.
So yeah, the fight for 9th place is going to be pretty big.
It is. And Crusader, what happened to you? You were my hero. But it's interesting to see that just in the real life F1, it's not fun if Gavin wins every race. It's nice to see the Haas team, at least virtually, being good. On the real track, well, it's not enough that your dad was good at racing. Or has money for that matter.
True.
Dads don't make racers. Moms does. They carry them for 9 months. Jesus wants that spot. And he has been making quite a gap to Dave. And it's just smelling the DRS. Right now he's in DRS to Gaben.
Yeah, like I said, Jesus still has a point to prove. He doesn't want to be known as a middle-class driver. He wants to be up there in the top 3.
And he gets DRS. Does Gaben Mancho, wow, Gaben Mancho have DRS as well? He does not. Gets it here again. A double DRS zone, man. It's really gives you speed, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. That's why I said this is where we're likely to see the overtakes happen.
Oh, so Jesus has DRS ready. Mancho doesn't have enough DRS to defend this. If he decides to pull it. He'll probably pull the trigger here, either in this DRS or actually just wait and be able to take you on a double.
I just need to go give the guys a bit of a martial warning.
Okay. Let's see if Quizzy, he looks at Evoke spot. Wants that. Let's see here. And he pulls closer up here as we get into the slow chicane. He comes in. Very good line there. Has to brake a bit. I think he loses the speed there. He can't make the overtake now. But hey, if you keep it going, Jesus, I think you can do it here. We hope so. Put in the work. Mancho is defending well, pretty much keeping to the middle of the track when he can, so there's the least amount of room around him. Which is just how he defends.
I had to go in and give some of the drivers a bit of a, hey, you're not even attempted to take the last chicane. Heads up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're not super strict, but some of the drivers will try to take the piss, and we won't allow that in the rules.
And here we see.
Oh!
Did Jesus
both drivers done well not to have a collision here.
Yeah.
Very well done by Mancho to pull out of this, I think.
Very well.
He noticed Jesus coming up and he pulled out. It was really well done.
Yeah, respectful.
Good overtake from Jesus. You see, like Mancho gave him the space and Jesus took it.
Yeah.
But well done to back out of that.
Very well. Rita has closed the gap a bit to Quizzy. And Quizzy does have a small gap to Evoke, so we're gonna see a DRS train here as we head into the 3rd sector. Mancho hasn't given up that spot 100% yet, by the way. He is still in DRS, and as I said, he's not in DRS.
Yeah, but this is exactly why you don't need to be hyper aggressive sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah. And here we see, pulls out, Chrissy takes him.
And what a battle this is.
Oh, and Crusader's
Crusader
like,
looking to get involved as
ooh,
well.
oh, can I put
Like,
my
can I
dick in that
jump on
hole
the
as well?
bandwagon here? And now it's Quizzy who takes the front of the three.
So let's see, as we come around here to the, I guess, first DRS zone of the track. Right?
Yes.
I was like,
Oh, you get the DRS to sector 1 as well.
yeah, but the zone starts in sector 3, right?
No.
Does that?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't.
I'm not entirely sure.
I was like,
I don't think so. No, there's DRS in sector 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Anyway, they're now going into the double DRS zone. And here we see we have Altrix and Basti AIs. They're both in the pits. Crusader wants this spot. And all these three
lovely following. Lovely following through the fast chicane. Well done by all three
and
drivers here.
Evoke goes. And Evoke has it.
And he gets the inside line. But that doesn't mean he'll have the inside
no.
line coming back through into turn 2.
Oh.
Quizzy breaks to give it up. Crusader seems to be taking advantage as well, but he gets pushed around the outside. And Evoke gets the job done this time. Crusader's just watching this unfold in front of him pretty much. Can't really get too involved and just has to like be aware of, hey,
he pokes
these
his
guys are
stick at it,
fighting.
man. He's trying. He is really trying. Here we see he has ERS saved up. He is ready. He's ready to strike. Like, he just... Fortunately falls it back a bit here at the DRS. Oh, and we see here Evoke actually pulling. Pulling out of DRS. Yeah, Evoke is out, well out of DRS zone.
Yeah, he's no longer stuck behind the two other guys, and he's trying to really get a gap formed.
Yeah, Crusader is hunting here, though, as we can see. Go through the chicane. Interesting.
Tries to go inside, comes to turn 2.
And
Quizzy gives him the space, and Crusader gets the job done.
Good. He waited for his spot, and he took it.
Yeah, further up the field, we did see Crispy go into the pits, as you mentioned. Just left Hodgson in front of the race, and Crispy came out in 6th place. So he's going to be behind the fight between Davy Boy and Mancho.
Too well. And that is an interesting fight to be stuck behind there. If he gets in between there, we could see a DRS train happen there. And these guys will form up. They both have to go in, and but everybody in front of Crispy has to go in and pit before him, so he doesn't really have to push his tires right now.
No, that's very true. Things have died down a little bit here.
Chrissy tried there, but Crusader shut the door. Like,
yeah,
nah, man.
What we're waiting to see now is Crispy move through this pack again, as he just tried to come to the inside of Dave. Gets it done, but it was messy, and it could have given him a bald spot on his tires. He needs to be a bit careful with the aggression.
Oh.
But nevertheless, it's one car down, and he can set the sights forwards onto the Ferrari of Mancho.
But speaking of, Hudson goes into the pit, and Gaben looked like he was gonna pit as well. He's not pitting. He's just not
Gaben's gonna try to use the open air, maybe get a good lap time in.
Yeah. We see her. And Hudson comes out on the soft tires. Interesting. Let's see. So, the three here at the back, when do they have to pit, you think? And Quizzy takes Crusader here as they comes up to the chicane. But Crusader's not done there. Great job, game. to show that's a concrete wall.
Nice.
That is what you want, right? Oh, almost. He could smell his butt cheeks there.
Crusader does not belong. Well, maybe he does. Maybe he does. How long can we defend him?
Yeah.
We're big fans. We're big lovers of Crusader, but how long can
And
we
not,
defend his
and not just
performances?
because, well, he buys his paint the same place we do.
True. It's hard not to support a fellow McLaren driver.
It is, it is. And his wrench is red though, so Jeff is not happy. Jeff is not a happy boy right now. Mancho takes second here, as we see that Jesus pits.
Crispy though, move up at the third as well now.
And again, technically in first because they both have to pit, and he doesn't right now.
That is very true, and the gap from that Gaiman has is it's not enough.
Oh, it is a 10-second gap to him. That is not a pit stop.
No, even around Canada, that's not a pit stop.
Nope.
And Canada's a pretty good pit.
I was about, isn't that the short? I know.
No, the shortest is I want to say it's like Austria.
Yeah, I was about to say something like that.
Like you come round and it's there on the right hand side.
Yeah, crispy. That's really. And it's but here you like just doesn't have to take 2 chicanes at a corner, which is really what helps you here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hodgson makes it past Dave in the same place Crispy did as well. Again, Dave's still yet to pit, but I think like Dave's gonna go for a pretty solid one-stop strategy. He'll probably pit soon and go to hards.
Yeah.
And we do see Hodgson's yellow fuel light is on yellow as Mancho, sorry, flies into the pit lane.
He comes out on medium tires, it looks like.
On mediums. Yeah, Mancho likes going softs at the end, and we see a fastest lap coming from Hodgson. 111.
Dave now pits.
Dave pits as
to
well.
Soft tires.
Oh, so we're going to see a race at the end. So what should happen now is Dave should get past Mancho, and then Davey will pit before Mancho, and then Mancho will pit onto softs and try to do the same.
I think Gaben got some lag there. That looked weird on his car. So what is Gaben's plan here? Is that to stick these mediums as long as you can and then go softs as long as you can, or is it hit relatively soon and then you go hards to the end? Oh, he is pitting soon because he just lost grip there.
Yeah, he's not building up enough of a gap to warrant staying out on these mediums, so he has to pit.
I think he pits now. Looks like a man
if he
that
goes
wants
now,
to pit.
it's got to be onto hards.
Doesn't pit now.
I think he's gonna go for a medium to hards then.
Yeah.
Because if he was gonna go medium soft, he would have went by now.
Yeah, because his gap hasn't really improved that much.
Another little lockup. Yeah.
It's improved.
The half divers again, back to back on this track. These guys must get bored of seeing the color of their own car.
I mean, it's Jack and Jones, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Jack and Jones.
And yes, a joke gets better the more time you say it. And we see Baz go get Altrox.
I think there's a good chance that Altrox is not an AI and he's actually a person. I'm gonna watch his driver.
Okay.
I think Alfie is actually in the race today. His fuel light's yellow, which is very unusual for an AI.
Very. Yeah, they're just an. I'm about to say magic fuel, but auto thingy, right?
Yeah. Alfie again notoriously doesn't really join voice chats, but.
Oh, and Quissy fucks up there and lost all the traction in the world.
Oh, and there goes the flag, but it's just a
yellow.
Yeah, flag.
He didn't crash. He just lost. Please give me a view of his front. He didn't lose a wing. Yeah, he did. The left side of his car is missing a bit of the wing, which is the right. Oh, left side. Right. Yeah, the viewers mirrored. Like, brain power. Interesting here. I mean, she probably has to go in and pit down. What does she then pit onto? Does
Alfie really clean?
So he could be pitting into mediums now. Was he retired on track? Not good.
It looked like he did attempt to go into the pits because it's right before the pit entrance.
Yeah.
Looked like he did attempt to go into the pits.
Will you
This could cause an issue depending on what the AI decides
Oh,
to
it
do.
it drives all the way out. It's out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Hope that doesn't cause an incident.
Nope. You see, Gabe comes up, and the car is not there anymore.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get Quizzy in and have a chat with him about what just happened in this race.
Did the car just shut off?
Hello, Quizzy,
No,
and welcome
no.
to the commentator box.
Oh, hi.
So what happened to your car? I mean, we know you just about caught the front wing going through
Yes.
sector 1 of that last lap.
I mean, that's what was about the third wing I lost, so I was just over. It was 10 players, it was holding Crusader up, so I thought, nah, stay. Day's come, just retiring from the race. I couldn't be asked to drive on because it was not that good.
Okay. Now, I'm sure you are fully aware that to retire from the race, you have to pull into the pits first.
No.
As it states in the rules that you said you've read.
Yes, I've read, but my mind went like,
okay, well,
wait,
your
no,
AI didn't cause an incident. He just.
I was the AI will go out for a champion's lap either way.
No,
So,
it does not.
no, wait, it does not.
No. That's only in quali because reasons.
Yeah.
Just
I thought it would go for a lap for some reason, so that's why
Gabe now decided to pit, and he did pit for the soft tires, Alex.
Yeah. So how was it out there today, Quizzy? Who's your money on to win this race?
I don't know who's in the front because I was in the back struggling.
Hodgson, Crispy, followed by Yeezus in third.
And then Gabe.
I think Gabe might have a fair chance, and Hudson as well.
Gabe is looking right. Everybody in front of him probably have to pit.
Yeah, you look like you had a bit of a tough time out there on track today. What setup did you go for? Would it be a wet race, wet qualifying, and dry race?
I just went for some I nicked off a friend.
Okay, so
yeah.
So probably a dry setup, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was a dry setup, definitely. But like, I was really late as well. As you probably have seen.
You didn't
3 minutes
into mine, and then I guess it just weren't really your day today. But that's okay. You'll be back to join us for the Castle of the Division 2 race in about 35 minutes time. Is that correct?
Yes.
40 minutes.
And no doubt you'll be back racing again on Monday next week.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you for your little driver's update, Quizzy, and we'll hear from you in just over half an hour.
Okay.
Also, still on yellow fuel here. We hadn't managed to fix the fuel situation.
Yeah, but it's also not getting worse.
No, it's not. So, like, my arm's not working. Nah, but your legs are. Well, Gavin is now in a good spot. He's fourth, but he has fresh tires. He can take these tires to the end, I think.
14 laps around Canada is very possible on softs if he's not fighting and not pushing.
Yeah,
and Gaben he knows how to not push.
Yeah, true.
I say that as he gets purple sector 1 on these softs.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. In his back of his mind, he's like, I am the best. I should just win, right?
There's another thing we haven't considered. What if, unlike everybody else, he's going medium soft.
Yeah.
Purple sector 2. He's already making this time up.
Exactly. Like, it's not a bad strat. Like,
yeah. And if he's that much faster on the softs compared to the guys on the mediums, it's gonna matter.
So, but Hudson will also be pitting at some point, right? And then he has...
Let's say he pits in 5 laps. He could go softs again.
Yeah. Fastest lap from Gavin here.
With a 110.8. So, the bonus point going on to Salty Gavin, his teammate Macho behind. So, not much has changed in the overall standards of this race, other than Jesus splitting the 2 teams of Haas and Ferrari, respectively.
He is there poking around, being like, I'm still here.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I think he wants to be. That third place driver. Hey, guys, you aren't the only 2 teams here.
And he's ready. If anybody in the top actually fucks up, he takes one of the top spots.
Yeah.
And it happened. Dave is probably pretty comfortable with his 6th place. What he is now doing, he's actually fighting for survival in Div 1. That is what he wants to do, right?
We're back.
Fuck me. Sorry about that. Azir Altrox fighting his closing the gap a bit to Dave. And as I say that, we have an incident. Dave spun out and lost his wing. Sad, man, sad. He has to take this very slow. Fortunately for him, it's close to the thing, but this is Altrox's time to shine. He will be able to make this time up now. And here we see that he goes into the pits. And now we see here Gaben goes up here and around the track. He is trying to make up all the time he can. Which right now it looks pretty good for him. And there we see Altrox overtook him and Bass will as well. Bass went into the pit as well. They all went. Interesting.
Another round of pit
Evoke
stops
goes
from
in.
the middle of the pack.
And
Evoke the first one out on the mediums, I see.
Yeah, sorry, Dave broke his wing, so he had to go in and pit, which had set him back.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. But yeah, he'll come out on mediums and they'll take him to the end of the race, and he's in 8th, which is in a terrible position. Like,
Mancho has to pit, and yeah, so it's not terrible.
Yeah. The only real threat is whether Crusader is going to start pressuring these guys down now, and I'm not sure.
Nope.
He's left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, but he can easily finish on the tires he's on, though. Oh, Dave is not going to finish. Dave crashes out. He DNFs here.
You absolutely hate to see it, and it's that slow chicane.
Yeah.
Well, we say slow, it's not really slow. At the end of sector 2, and it's just oversteer into that right wall, and you absolutely hate to see it.
But this puts Gabe just made up all the time in the world. It has. It's the second race, second day in the row as well, where he just gets cheated off of finishing the race. I feel so bad for the man. You can try and see if you can pull him in as well if you want.
Davey, boy. Davey, welcome to the commentator's box.
It's a
What a absolutely heartbreaking moment.
it is.
I mean,
just put on the new wing. You were having a solid race. You're like, okay, midfield, good points. And a little bit of oversteer, was it?
And there, Jesus goes into the pits with Hudson, sorry.
Yeah.
Got the curb wrong.
Yeah, absolutely hate to see it. Whilst you're with us then, who's your money on for this race as we see the last round of pit stops coming in, trying to get what time they can out with that VSC?
It'll be Gaben.
You think Gaben's got this in the bag?
I think Gaben's going the rest of the way.
I think Crispy's just lost a bit of his wing. He has actually.
Yes.
So yeah, the only person who maybe had a chance was Crispy, and Gaben's now going to hunt him down. Anyway, Dave, you probably want to get relaxed. You'll be back with us in 25 minutes with Quizzy, who we spoke to earlier for the Division 2 race, I believe. And you'll be here to race again next Monday, and hopefully not be the unluckiest guy in BBU F1 history.
No.
You will break the streak, we believe.
We
You
believe.
deserve points more than a lot of people out there on the track. I
That
think we
will-
see that a lot.
Yeah.
I tend to not corner code, that's why.
I don't even think it's that. You just seem to have real unfortunate incidents.
Yeah, and it's not where it's like
Um,
you're just pushing something stupid. It's just like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah, I guess I'll let you go and we'll talk to you in about 20, 25 minutes time for Division 2.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
So I think Crispy goes into the pits here and gets the new wing and the soft tires and goes. He
He
doesn't,
really should,
but
but
he
he can't
doesn't.
now. Yeah,
But he just what?
Crispy's in the pits.
Yeah.
That was
It's Hudson. Sorry, my bad.
Hodgson.
But Yeast is now up to third again. Takes Macho. And Crispy comes out on the soft tires, obviously here. So now, so he looks up there. Okay, 15 seconds. So 20 seconds as he has to make up in what, 7 laps?
Yep.
He doesn't have the biggest tire advantage in the world, only 1 lap, but he has a relatively big advantage over Gaben. But Gaben almost has enough time to do a pit stop. And go on to new softs.
Yeah, and that's that he will be coming out on new softs.
Yeah.
And if he does that on like lap 30, lap 31, he's going to be the fastest car on track without question.
Yeah, like he
And
is.
Gaben was
on.
quiet for most of this race. Sure, like I mean, he was still up there in like good points, but he wasn't involved in fights. He was just kind of hanging out and.
Yeah.
And now,
And Jesus does take Mancho there that is in the pits.
if Mancho goes to pits, he will now be switching on to softs.
Yeah, he does come out on
Crispy
softs.
goes
Yeah.
past them. Mancho will come out comfortably in 5th place though.
Crispy made up about 2 seconds last lap. Yep. So let's see. Jesus wants that spot from Hudson.
He really does. I am watching this fight very closely.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hodgson, especially in the latter stages of a oversteer from Jesus. In the latter stages of a race, Hodgson is very much a guy not to be trifled with. That's when he gives it everything he's got.
He says, take it easy and just
hold on. Like you've got your ERS, you can use
and
it.
he's pushing all the buttons now, probably in fuel, all the things, goes past him.
He gets the race line.
Oh,
They go 2 cars wide. They hold. There's a little bit of contact, but nothing too spicy. This is
bro.
pretty good overtake from both drivers.
Did he break his wing?
No. Crispy goes fastest with a 110.4. And as long as Hodgson and Yeezus are fighting in front of him, Crispy will be catching. This fight for 2nd place is not done yet, Donkey.
No. Crispy made up another second this lap so far.
Or is it? Is it done? And Yeezus has solidified himself in 2nd position, but the fight will be for 3rd. Yeezus is steaming ahead right now. The man in orange getting some points on the board for McLaren today.
Nice to see. Nice to see.
Montreal.
As we said, the mistake, and then he's here to execute on them, and that is what we saw here, and looks very nice as he goes around the hairpin here, comes up.
So as we're coming into Gaben is pitting. Gaben is in the pits right now as Manchester hits the casino straight.
But Jesus,
of course.
Jesus, now is your time. You need to be.
I don't think it's got enough time.
No,
Gaben's already been released by his pit crew. It skips turn 1, has a good exit out into turn 2. The 2 harsh drivers get past. Jesus, of course, will stay in front of him, but he might slot in front of both harsh drivers, and he does, and he's on.
Oh no, he spins.
He spins. He didn't get damaged. I don't.
No, he did. He damaged his wing. Bit of damage to the wing. Yeah. Bit of damage to the wing, as you could see as he comes down here. Yeah, he did.
3-second time penalty for a vote for corner cutting.
Well, Gabe, it was everything to win.
And Jesus takes the top spot now.
He does, and he is in a very comfortable
He's in a
spot.
very comfortable position all of a sudden. He's already got 3 seconds from Crispy, and Crispy has to be aware, like, his teammate Hodgson is behind him, and yeah, they might be friends overall, but when it comes to second or third, they both want second.
Yeah, they do. Hodgson has a position to defend, and Crispy has something to prove.
Question is, there's 10 seconds to man show. Does Gaben pit? Or does he stay out with the damage wing? I think he stays out with the damage wing.
I think he does as well.
Depending how bad that is.
It was
No, he's going in.
He's going
It must
in.
be bad.
He didn't look bad, but he can feel bad. Ooh, Crispy.
Mancho now coming through the fast chicane. Gaben's still being held on by his pit crew. He's only just been released now. So there's going to be a bit of a gap for him to catch up if he wants to reclaim that position.
That gap is as the man Evoke is there.
Yeah, as we see Evoke and Altrox come across the start finish line as well.
So
Crusader,
let's see,
bit of a
Gaben,
gap.
how are you exiting this time?
And it's a lot more controlled.
Lot more controlled. Unfortunately, I'm watching Leaves when this happened, so I didn't see it. Because that was the overview camera decided to show me. Altrox and Evoke just following each other around here.
Altrox is getting right behind him though,
and he is technically in front of him right now.
3-second time penalty. Yeah, in fact, Crusader will be aware of that time penalty as well, and will also likely be trying to do the same thing.
Oh, bit of contact there.
Altrox tries to go around the outside. He doesn't get the move done, but he does put more pressure on Evoke, who is no doubt feeling it right now.
He does. Maybe why Evoke has those penalties, because he
late on the break, leaving the inside line there for Altrox. More contact between these two cars. No love lost between the two Racing Point drivers, Donkey.
Oh. No.
Again, DRS comes in for Altrox, but he went too close, but it's a very long straight here. Casino straight. Evoke went a little bit left and right there, but not too much.
Crispy still has fastest lap, and is this Altrox
gets the take
DRS? That's the DRS and not DRS. That's the question there.
Yeah. And no doubt he will hold that now. Crispy has closed the gap a little bit to Aegis at the front, down to 1.6 now, leaving Hodgson in the dust. But there's only 3 laps left of this race, Donkey.
But if he keeps, he's been improving. At the start it was a second a lap, now it's half a second a lap. He has, in theory, enough time to do it. If he gets a really good lap around here, I think he can do it.
He's also got to do the overtake as well, though.
He does. You're right. You are absolutely right.
Meanwhile, Crusader is in DRS zone of Evoke.
Yes, you are 100% right.
And again, he doesn't need to go for this overtake if he doesn't feel confident that it will catch up to Altrox.
Yeah, there's nothing to gain from that in, Evoke this, but I've seen Evoke, he has gone wide today, so I think it's fair that Race Control gives him that warning.
Yeah, I have been in and out of the chat, giving drivers vocal warnings as well in certain areas of the track where they're abusing it a little bit too much. And for the most part, we've seen them fix those issues.
And there we see, Crusader goes past.
Evoke, of course, has been penalised by the system because he didn't adhere to those warnings.
Yeah, which means that the game has told him before.
Okay, Crispy could get in DRS zone here.
Yeah.
He might not make it for this lap, but he could make it for next lap, which would give him a full lap to do the overtake.
We haven't seen anybody get lapped today, actually.
That's really good. We might see that in Division 2.
We probably do, but that means that none of the front drivers get DRS, which actually can make a pretty big difference. But everybody behind you gets the sweet DRS, and, well, you don't. He is now in DRS.
And this is exactly where he wants to be. Lap 34, DRS zone.
And very better wheels, right? Tires.
No, it's only a lot better.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, so in theory he got better, right? How much the difference actually is, I don't know. Let's see. As we goes in here, he has the DRS fully open.
Don't think he'll go for the move this time round.
No, he's gonna wait for the double.
He may go for it down the casino straight if he gets close enough up to him on the hairpin.
Yeah. Crusader though is close to Altrox.
And again, is also in the DRS zone.
Yep.
Okay, here comes Crispy. DRS is on. Will he go for the move this time round? You just hold them a little track. It's probably how I would take the situation as well.
Yes.
And then moving over to the racing line. Pretty straightforward defending from
Pretty
Jesus.
smart, yeah. That's the only thing he can do.
But, Crispy goes a little wide, but he holds
And there we
it.
go, and Crispy takes it. Right down
And
front.
Gets the inside line into turn 1, but he will not get into turn 2. He does. Jesus is so far behind.
That is great driving from Crispy there.
Yeah, absolutely just a 100% clean overtake. Hodgson is out of contention for second place.
Yes.
He's happy with his podium. Mancho, again, probably happy with fourth, holding off Gaben.
Yeah.
Crusader, though, coming on out now as well. Also down the casino straight.
And he moves over. Ooh.
Used full use of the slipstream there.
Ooh.
Just about sliced through the chicane pretty neatly as well. So
that
well
was
done,
actually
Crusader.
pretty well with a bad entrance. Got a very clean exit there.
Yeah, he did. Very well done. And we see Jesus going into red fuel, Crispy going into red fuel, Hodgson going into red fuel.
All been using every
They are
stretch.
all the way out. And who's got enough left? I mean, Crispy, Jesus, they're both firing the RS. The RS is up as well. Jesus is not close enough to make this overtake stick.
Oh.
As much as he wants it, if I'm Jesus here, I don't even go for it. I make sure I get second rather than wiping both of us out, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, he's like...
Crispy cross line at Montreal here. BBU Division 1 F1. Crispy takes first place. Well done him. Jesus taking second. Finally, the result that he has worked so hard for. Second place for the McLaren team. We see Hodgson coming through the fast chicane now, taking third place for the Haas team. Rather our podium. Mancho, the Division 2 driver who got promoted last race, coming across the line at fourth place ahead of his first place driver, Salty Gaben, just under a second before he gets it.
Yeah,
Crusader, and again, now a respectable sixth place, also putting reasonable points on the board after what's been a rough season for him so far, too.
Yeah.
The two racing points will be following Altrox in 7th, Evoke in 8th, and Baz Down in 9th, who is the AI driver on the track.
Looks nice. Good driving from Crusader. Actually, not doing that well.
Who's your driver of the day? Who's your driver of the day?
I think Mancho.
You think Mancho?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mancho's a good show. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Right, we have our own race to get to. That starts in 13 minutes' time. That will also be streamed to the BBU YouTube channel. And will be hosted by Davey Boy and Quizzy. So make sure you tune back in.
So what was it they say? Same bad channel, but not bad. Same bad time.
Okay. See you later.
See you, boys.